For most of my guitar playing career, I've been using a nylon string guitar, or a classical guitar actually, and I only branched out to using a steel string guitar when I started playing more popular music. It was originally folk music, but then obviously moving into fingerstyle guitar, I bought a steel string guitar, but I still do a lot of my playing on a nylon string guitar. And I want to share with you 3 reasons why you may also consider playing a nylon string guitar if you perhaps most of the time play on an acoustic guitar or an electric guitar. So the first reason that you might want to play a classical guitar is that the sound is generally softer. Now, this is an advantage if you're practicing in close quarters or you're afraid of bothering someone or someone sleeping. But the real reason that I think that it's important to play on the classical guitar because of the softer sound is actually it forces you to pay more attention to your sound quality or your timbre. Classical guitarists spend a lot of time thinking about their tone quality, so a lot of time shaping the nails, because if you play a very twangy style on your classical guitar, it's very noticeable, whereas I find that the steel string guitar, because of the brighter sound and the louder sound it produces, can mask some of the scratchiness or some of the twanginess that you may have in your technique. With the steel string guitar, it's generally brighter sounding, so playing a nylon string guitar will bring these out, and it may cause you to rethink your right hand technique, or you might want to refine it sometimes. The second reason why you might want to play on a classical guitar, and one of the reasons that I choose it, is actually the smaller body size. So this helps if you're playing for long periods of time, because the bigger shape of the acoustic steel string guitar can be a little bit more uncomfortable. But I also find that the classical guitar, because of the smaller body shape, lets you hold it in different positions for longer times. And it's more comfortable holding it in a position where my arms are closer together. For instance, when I'm holding it in the classical position, my hands are generally less far apart than when I'm holding them in the position where the guitar is sitting on my right leg. You can buy steel string guitars which have a smaller body size, but these aren't standard guitars. And generally, if you want a nice steel string guitar that has a smaller body size, you're going to have to pay for a pricier instrument. It's not necessarily the case for classical guitars. They do have a better, I guess you can pay for a cheaper instrument, and I find that this quality is better than a cheap steel string instrument. The third reason that I play a classical guitar, and the reason that you may want to play a nylon string guitar, is that it's just a lot easier on the fingers, specifically on the fingernails. I haven't been too bad, but especially in the winter seasons, my hands do dry out a lot, and I've tried to be hydrating them more often, but I have broken some nails, and I find the steel string guitars will wear down your nails a lot faster than, say, the plastic strings on the nylon string guitar. So just the fact that I use my natural fingernails and that I don't like to use fake nails very much means that I will play most of my time on the nylon string guitar, because the nylon strings aren't as harsh on your fingernails as a steel string would be. So what are some of the reasons that you might want to use a steel string guitar? So clearly, again, the sound quality, the projection, the timbre of a steel string guitar is much louder than the nylon string guitar. And this helps a lot if you're playing in a public setting and you want more projection from your instrument. You will have to go with a steel string guitar. And the other big reason is the style of music that you play. So if you are doing music that involves a lot of tapping, specifically right hand tapping, it does not work as well on the nylon string guitar as it does on the steel string guitar. And this is one of the big differences between classical guitarists who almost exclusively pluck the strings, and also steel string guitarists, or especially electric guitarists, who will do a lot of tapping. So those are my 3 reasons for playing a nylon string guitar. How about you? Do you have a preference on the style of instrument that you play? If you have a preference on the style of instrument that you play, leave it in the comment. Otherwise, if you want more details on the difference of sound between the nylon string and steel string guitar, you can watch this video where I compare the sounds on playing a nylon string and a steel string when doing fingerstyle guitar, and I will see you in that video.